I'm Emma Halder. I am the co-founder of Rockerbox, and Rockerbox provides non-fiction reading solutions. So our solutions are designed to break down barriers to reading for a number of different cohorts of pupils from primary school all the way up to secondary school, and we work with special schools as well. So when we originally started looking for a marketing agency, we had a few challenges. So we are a startup, we're a small startup, and we'd seen a lot of early success. But then we realized that, or we found that that success sort of started to sort of almost stall. We had a great group of schools that we were working with, but we struggled to take that next step, whether that be messaging or processes. We weren't even really sure at the time, but we have a great product. We knew we had a solution that was really impactful. The schools that were using it loved it, but we sort of hit that wall where we couldn't get that growth that we needed to continue growing. So we originally started looking for an agency, and Be Digital came as a recommendation. So I met with Brian originally and just really, really loved the way that Brian spoke about marketing, the way that he spoke about working with clients, and sort of the philosophy behind Be Digital really resounded with me and the way that we like to run our company. And it really felt like I was talking to someone that would become a friend and a real asset to our company, not in a sort of client agency kind of way, but really I saw that Be Digital focused on working with clients as part of their team. So I really felt like it would be a really good fit for us as a small company. And I really thought that Be Digital would bring a lot to what we do. Could not have been more satisfied, honestly, with the team that we work with at Be Digital. I have been overwhelmingly impressed, not just by their knowledge and their way of communicating and the campaigns that they've put together, but for the fact that I understand that Be Digital is an agency and you have other clients that aren't us. I've never felt that way. I've always felt that whenever I needed any help or support or I had questions, my team jumped on it straight away. It was almost like they are an extension of my team. I ask something or I need some information, they get back to me almost instantaneously. And then when there were things that, maybe they weren't so familiar with or weren't their area of expertise, they were more than willing and sort of really, really encouraged me to meet with other members of the Be Digital team as well. So I felt not only did I have my core team that was there whenever I needed them, but actually I could tap into the expertise of the whole of the Be Digital team that really helped me to better understand our goals as a business, but also to grow in the way that we wanted to as well. So when we were looking at campaigns and thinking about how we were going to go about working with Be Digital, the first thing that I think Brian actually said to us was that we should look at our messaging. And we're a startup and we have been evolving very quickly and spend a lot of time talking to our customers and our schools and parents and pupils and getting their feedback. But the message that we were putting out into the world was sort of, I guess, was somewhat diluted. We had all of these things that we wanted to do, wanted to say, wanted to be, all of these goals that we wanted to achieve. We're a very sort of impact-driven company ourselves. And so when I came to Be Digital, actually the first thing that was said to us was, we need to work out actually what your message is, what is it that you provide. We really need to hone in on what really makes Rockerbox, what your USP is, what really makes you special. And when that was first initially sort of said to us, I thought, no, I reckon we kind of know. I think, we've spent lots of time looking at this, and I was completely wrong. And that was really our first introduction to how integral the team was going to be to our marketing efforts, but also beyond that, actually, our whole company messaging and the way that our company operates and our processes. It was really the start of what has been transformational for Rockerbox. So we first started looking at our messaging and spent a couple of months on really honing that, as well as doing lots of tests so that we could really see that we were sort of moving in the right direction. And the team, again, were really transparent. I had lots of reports. I could really see for myself where that impact was happening. So that for me was really key, and not something that I actually came to Be Digital asking for. It was a recommendation from the agency saying to me, you need to slow down, you need to sort of, let's pause, let's really make sure that what we're saying and what we're putting out into the world has the correct message. So that has really changed everything. It's really changed how we operate as a company, because it also, beyond marketing, it really tapped into day to day what our schools need from us, what their challenges are, what the solution is that we're providing. And it has also allowed us to adjust our processes or our messaging that we provide to schools that we already work with, to really make sure that what we're providing them with is what they need and what they want from us. So that has been really key. That was really the first step. And then beyond there, we've really focused on building up a sort of a nurturing process. So really from the beginning, so that first generation of a lead, so really looking at what that message is, what is drawing people to us, why are they coming to Rockerbox, what is their challenge that they're trying to solve, and then building up a nurture process that is highly automated. That was, for me, really key. We're a very small company and there are only a few of us that work day to day on Rockerbox. And I really want to maintain that. I believe myself in the value of automating things that can be automated and really personalizing things that shouldn't be automated, and having the time to offer that personalized service because the things in the background can be automated. And that's really where the team focus next. So they've built out an incredible journey that our potential schools take as they move through their understanding of Rockerbox and move through our sort of marketing and into our sales pipelines. And that's been incredible. Again, we did lots of tests. There have been lots of iterations of that. The team looked really closely at what worked, what didn't, which emails get clicks, which ones move through the pipeline as they should, move through the journey to get to where we want them to be, which is to meet with us. And how can we make that as smooth and as easy for schools as possible? So as well as putting together that entire journey, another thing I've been really impressed with Be Digital is how much the team takes on, because I have seen other agencies and I have had feedback about how other agencies work from my network. And a lot of people said, be careful when you work with an agency, because they will potentially have all these ideas and all these things that you should do, but not be implementing them themselves. They're still saying to you, you should do this, but the onus would be on me, on my team, to actually do it, which we don't have the time or the skills often to do. So the way that the Be Digital team has really sort of got stuck in as part of my team again to really work on all of the assets, all of the emails, collect my feedback, but then take it back, make those adjustments and those iterations, has meant that that's been able to sort of take that off my plate. That pressure isn't on me to do all of those things myself or really understand how it should be done. And then beyond that, as well as putting together the journey that our customers will take, that our schools will take as they understand more about Rockerbox, they've made really sort of simple recommendations that have, again, completely transformed the way that we work. So I had this focus on really wanting to automate the journey, but there were key parts of that journey that wasn't automated, that required a lot of sort of background work from our team as our customers moved through the process, that was holding things up and stalling it, and meaning that actually schools were lost before they even got started really understanding who we are and what we do, because of these simple fixes that have made the world of difference. And they're things that I sort of had thought, maybe in the future we'll change that, we'll have the chance, but actually having that perspective from my Be Digital team saying this is really key and it is really simple to fix, but will make a huge difference, has meant that I have always felt like I have that they have my back, really, that they have that outside perspective whilst being a core part of my team, has really helped to transform the way we work beyond marketing and really throughout our operations as a company. I meet other founders or CEOs in the future who are considering working with an agency, I will 100% recommend Be Digital. I couldn't recommend the agency more. I think in terms of the value that the agency has brought to my business, I've said throughout this interview, it's been transformational in multiple ways in terms of our messaging and our positioning, in terms of our processes, and in terms of feeling like we have that critical perspective, but that you always have our back, that you're hands on, but always there to take our feedback and provide your perspective on it as well. I honestly, I think any edtech business, whether they are a startup or they've been in business for 20 years, I think that there would be value there. Even if you have an in-house marketing team, I honestly think that by working with Be Digital, having that outside perspective, but with your team at Be Digital standing by your side and really giving you their all in terms of their passion, their dedication and their knowledge, I think that it adds immense value no matter the stage of the company. But particularly for us as a startup, we would not be where we are today without having Be Digital on our side.